to talk about what's been going on in Isaan, I guess particularly in recent years, but framing that within a larger context of relations between Isaan and Bangkok and central Thailand. So there are a lot of things that we need to cover. We've done quite a bit of research. We're not going to be able to communicate everything to you now, but let me try to highlight in the beginning a few points, and then Taiwan can take up some of those in a moment. I guess for me the most interesting of the interviews that I did last month while traveling around Isaan was one with a group of, we have to say they're red shirts. This is a red shirt village, although the signs declaring that it's a red shirt village have been taken down, as they have pretty much everywhere, I think, around the north and northeast. So we have these ex-red shirt villages, which may or may not actually still be de facto red shirt villages. So I was sitting chatting to a group of people, and then the conversation took a very interesting turn when they started saying, "Ajahn,ไม่ต้องเป็นห่วง, you don't have to worry. You know, we are กำลังจะเข้าสู่ยุค Lao civilization. We're entering the era of Lao civilization." The era of Lao civilization? What do you mean by that? They said, everything's going to be okay. Because you do realize, Ajahn, with climate change, those people in Bangkok and central Thailand are actually finished already. They just don't know it yet. In less than 7 years, it's all going to be underwater. Don't worry about anything. Khon Kaen will be the capital of Thailand. Korat will be the port city. If they want to survive, they have to move here. And then one of them said, it's going to be like the tsunami. I thought, it's going to be like the tsunami. I said, so what happens to the people who are in Bangkok and central Thailand now? Oh, it's really up to them, Ajahn. If they would like to move here, they can. But this mention of the tsunami made me think that part of the discourse is also maybe some of them might just be washed away and never be seen again. But then they continue to say, a lot of them have already bought land here in the northeast. People are preparing themselves to, you know, they're gonna move to Isaan. And then the implication of this is Thailand's going to be reconfigured on Isaan terms. We will be Suan Klang, you know, and they just have to come to us if they want to survive. And it's all going to happen in less than 7 years because the waters are rising and the people in Bangkok are in denial. But we here in Khon Kaen, we know that, you know, we are the future of Thailand. If Thailand's going to survive, it's going to survive here in Isaan. What are we to make of this very strange story? And I talked to other people. Funnily enough, I was talking to a judge in Bangkok last week who also told me, oh yeah, you know that Bangkok's going to be underwater in 7 years. So he's not it's not only the people in Isaan that believe that Bangkok could be underwater in 7 years. I'm not technically qualified to say whether any of this is true. What interests me is the imaginary that's conjured up by this story. And the very mixed feelings about the relationship with Bangkok. On the one hand, an incredible relationship of interdependency. On the other hand, a feeling of resentment against Bangkok for the way that the capital city has dominated the periphery, and particularly the northeast, which is the most populous part of the country with 20 million people. The northeast ought to be deciding the political future of Thailand. You can't win an election in Thailand without winning the northeast. And yet people have been disempowered. They're feeling very disempowered now because they have a government that they certainly didn't choose, a government that nobody exactly chose, but that most people in the northeast would be very unhappy about having.